Alright, today I want to persuade you guys to drink more coffee. The people who do drink coffee, I want you to drink more coffee. I'm going to talk about the process of making coffee in the beginning, and then I'm going to go into the benefits. Now, if you was to plant a freshly planted coffee tree, it'll take you about 3 to 4 years before the coffee tree can bloom this white flower. After about a day and a half, the white flower will produce these fruit. After about 7 to 9 months, these fruit become ripe. And if you notice, the darker ones right here are the nice and ripe ones. Then you got the light color one, not as ripe. Okay, then it's ready for the roasting process. And the roasting process is basically, if you got your lighted roasted coffee, it tends to have more caffeine, and a darker roasted coffee is not as much caffeine. Now I'm going to play a video for you guys, and the video is basically talks about the effect coffee has on the brain.
With its stimulating effects, it's easy to understand why coffee is the second most traded commodity on Earth after oil. For many, it keeps us awake and moving through our busy days. But how does it work? What exactly does coffee do to your brain? Whenever you're awake, a chemical called adenosine slowly accumulates in your brain, and this adenosine binds to receptors which slow down brain activity. Ultimately, the more adenosine there is, the more tired your brain feels, which makes sense as the longer you're awake, the more fatigued you become. Conversely, while you sleep, the concentration of adenosine declines, gradually promoting wakefulness. But it turns out that the caffeine in your coffee is incredibly similar to adenosine in structure. The caffeine works its way through your bloodstream and into your brain, where it starts to compete and binds with adenosine receptors. But because it's not adenosine, the sleepiness effect isn't felt. Adenosine can no longer bind, meaning its calming properties are diminished, which is great for you when you're feeling tired. However, with long-term use of caffeine, your brain responds by creating more adenosine receptors, which means more caffeine is required to elicit the same response. It also means that when you try to quit drinking coffee or miss your daily intake, you might experience some withdrawal symptoms and feel more tired than you would have before you ever drank coffee. But the caffeine doesn't stop there. It also stimulates the production of adrenaline, you know, the fight or flight hormone. This increases your heart rate, gets your blood pumping, and even opens up your airways. Furthermore, it affects dopamine levels by preventing its reabsorption in the brain, which makes you feel happy. In fact...
Okay, now I want to talk about the benefits of coffee. And one of the benefits of coffee is the ability to fight diseases. And prostate cancer affects about 1 out of every 6 males. That's older than age 50. The older you get, the more chances are you to get this disease. I think one study says that once you reach the age 80, men has an 80% chance of getting prostate cancer. You can reduce this by drinking 4 or more cups of coffee per day by 25 to 50%. Parkinson's disease. You can reduce developing Parkinson's disease by 60% by drinking more coffee. And that moves us to Alzheimer's. You can reduce the chance of getting Alzheimer's by 65% by drinking more coffee. That moves us to type 2 diabetes. You can reduce the chance of getting type 2 diabetes by 65% by drinking more coffee. Now, this Harvard student, they did two studies on depression. The first depression was based on women, saying people who drink at least 4 cups of coffee has a 20% chance of less likely to get depressed. And also, there's a study say that same Harvard students say that if you drink 4 more cups of coffee, you got a 53% chance of less likely to commit suicide. Also, if you drink more coffee, JNN, the Journal of Nutrition, states that people who drink more, people get more antioxidants from coffee than fruit and vegetables. Okay, I'm gonna end it right here to let you guys know if you drink more coffee, you'll be a lot more healthier and you'll have better lives and you'll fight diseases. Thank you.